Everything in this video can be found on a public domain in the full disclaimers down below. Hey, welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. I wish you lots of love and many blessings. And a huge thank you to both Jay and Peter. I appreciate y'all so much. I find it quite frightening that Oprah and Harry think that they have some authority on mental health, and we've talked about it in the past. What's even scarier is their segments called The Me You Can't See. Oprah said one of her very first special guests will be Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga wants to share with everybody that she's an insomniac and she's really afraid to go to sleep at night because she's been suffering from night terrors for so long. Not your typical nightmares, but true night terrors that paralyze you and you see all sorts of dark demonic creatures. And she just doesn't know why this is going on in her life. Gaga even went to Marina Abramovich for some healing. And Marina Abramovich, which is a very close friend to Oprah, will also be making an appearance on this mental health show. When she couldn't cure her night terrors through Marina Abramovich's rituals, she went to John of God, another really good friend of Oprah's. Tom Hanks and Greta Thunberg will also be guests on their show. I personally think they need to invite Meghan as a guest on their show. They could learn so much about mental health issues through Meghan. Ain't that right, Harry? So according to Harry's buddies, he's desperately afraid of his wife. According to a friend of his and a royal insider, they're saying that Harry confided in him that Meghan is a hard nut to crack. They said that they feel like Harry walks on eggshells in his own home. Harry's really afraid to cross Meghan because he knows that she'll blow up easily. Harry even said he was grateful that Dory has been around for the most part, because she's acted as a buffer whenever Meghan was mad at Harry, diffusing situations, as well as calming Meghan down. Everybody noticed a huge change, a difference in Harry during Prince Philip's funeral. Everybody just took for granted that he was upset over Philip's passing. And they noticed he was on the phone an awful lot during this time. The very last day he was there, Meghan called him 20 plus times. They're saying that they thought she was maybe insecure that he was there. We knew that was going to happen. We called it before he even left. She didn't want him around his family because his family might talk some sense into him. She has to always be in control, and Harry actually puts the blame on Thomas for the person that she is today as far as not being able to handle her emotions. They feel like the situation, the whole relationship is diabolical, and they don't see it lasting too much longer. I personally say they're wrong, and I'll tell you why. Victims that are trapped in abusive relationships like this, they get so broken down and brainwashed, they feel like they're not worthy of anybody else, and that only this person, their abuser, can love them like they should be loved. She's convinced Harry that he is her knight in shining armor and he has to defend her at all costs. She's brainwashed him into thinking the whole world's against her. And that brainwashing started 3 months into the relationship. Do you guys remember? She was on Suits. Nobody knew they were seeing each other. Yet somehow she convinced him that everybody was against her and after her because she's biracial. He sent a team of royal security to Canada to protect her 24/7. And the British taxpayers are the ones that flipped that bill. She knew that once he took that bait, he was putty in her hand. She was still with the chef, that Corey guy, when that started. His buddies knew when he started bending over backwards for her in the beginning, something was wrong. They even took him to a party and introduced him to a lady named Sarah Macklin. She was a Burberry model. Harry really liked this model, but the model was turned off because he was just habitually harassing her through text. The rejection he felt from this model just pushed him towards Meghan. Meghan was showing up everywhere he was. Another reason why I believe Harry will stay for a little bit longer is because he doesn't want to hear everybody's "I told you so." But don't y'all think she'd make an excellent guest on some mental health therapy show? Anyway, speaking of crazy, let's talk about this really fast. Now keep in mind, they're humanitarians, philanthropists, eco-warriors that want to save the planet. Yet they just paired up with Procter & Gamble through Archwell Foundation. And did y'all know that Procter & Gamble is one of the largest companies in the world? The company causes significant harm to climate-critical forests, endangered species, and indigenous and frontline communities for the products that we all use. Greenpeace actually busted Procter & Gamble. They were sourcing palm oil from companies connected to widespread forest devastation habitat destruction, and forest fires. Palm oil isn't everything like shampoos and soaps, so it's a huge part of their business. And the Associated Press did a story on them last October regarding the source of palm oil. It was linked to human rights abuse. A worker named Jum told the Associated Press that he had his passport confiscated and was being forced to work palm plantations all day and hide out in the forest floor at night. That's who Archwell Foundation has paired up with. Doesn't this fact alone prove that all they're after is money? I mean, think about it this way, y'all. Harry and Meghan have a team, and not one of these team members researched this company's history, their background. I'm just a chunky chick in Podunk, North Carolina. I can tell you that P&G is not the way to go. And I've known about it for a couple of years now. Same thing with that huge investment in that oat milk latte. It doesn't ethically source its product. And speaking of ethics and products, listen to this. Remember the other day it was making its rounds on the media that, oh, here's Harry and Meghan have made a huge donation to this homeless shelter that houses pregnant women. The place is called Harvest Home. It's a fantastic organization. They do amazing stuff there. I researched it, you guys, and they are really awesome. But that donation did not come out of Harry and Meghan's purse. Procter & Gamble are the ones that made a massive donation of things to this Harvest Home in honor of Harry and Meghan. Yet her team notifies the media, and here's Harry and Meghan taking all the credit for it. How fraudulent can you get? And speaking of fraudulent, their Global Citizen Vax Live concert got like really poor ratings, yet it's claiming to bring in $300 million worth of donations. How does that work? As Meghan sits there in a $2,000 dress and a $35,000 diamond bracelet begging people for $5 donations and giving her sermon on jab equity, here's the problem. It doesn't seem like she or Harry have yet received their jabs. They certainly don't practice what they preach, but we've known this all along. And of course she's helping her good buddy Kamala merch this necklace. It's a woman's empowerment necklace, as she rattles on about her future daughter and what her life's going to look like. I'll tell you what her life will look like, quite spoiled. Meghan and Harry just blew $400,000 on a nursery for her. She can drop $400,000 on a single room, yet she's begging for $5 donations for jab equity. I'm curious as to how much they gave. They didn't, as it was told to. Just like the rest of the entertainment, they were paid. Yet to hear Harry tell it, this is something they're both very passionate about. They want to make sure that everybody in the world has a chance to be jabbed. But they can't step out on their own and say that for free. They are the poster children for hypocrisy. It's always something with them. I can't wait to see what happens next, y'all. I hope you're having a good day today. I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.